So, and some new people that are coming out, some lurkers that are leaving some messages, some comments for me, so that's amazing. So the first one comes from Philip Hasselwanter. First of all, thanks to Tom for this great episode. Well, you're welcome, Philip. Thank you. I think many marimists aren't aware of the importance of their resonators and how sensitive they are, and if there's no demand or not enough information on how important tunable resonators are, many manufacturers won't build such resonators. Yeah, I think that's true, you know. Obviously, companies will react to demand. Another point I've read in the article, written by Lee Howard Stevens, and I can link that article up if anybody wants, or I can point you to it. It's difficult to build this adjustable plate. He's talking about the resonator cap. That it says it's difficult to actually build that, and he says Philip says evidently is an engineer, so he doesn't think that's true. So I don't know what else to say about that. That's not my area. I've never had a chance to play the Maltech, but what I've heard in your video is a dramatic change in the ring time, etc. due to this possibility. I'm a little unhappy right at the moment with my Marimba 1, which I bought about a month ago. So so I didn't want there to be any confusion about why I was doing those last two shows and the content there. There are so many great instruments out there. I just wanted to point out the importance of resonators. Not so much the design as much as the tunable cap. I mean, I think that's really kind of the big point that I had with those two episodes. And I guess that was mostly exploited in 49. So, Philip, no worries. It was just something that I think is really important to me, and it doesn't have to be important to everybody, and you have a wonderful instrument in your instrument there. Next comment from Evan Brown. Tom, while we're on the marimba construction resonance topic, how much of the resonance of the instrument do you think relies on the quality of the bar suspension cord? Good question. Through my job working as a retailer, I see many instruments come in with all sorts of substitutions for what should be good cord, and I see much of a wide variety of results in the sounds produced. Maybe you can shed some light on this. Yeah, that's a great, good comment, Evan. I think obviously the cord is very, very important. I think the biggest problem with the cord isn't so much how it will inhibit the ring of the bar as much as it will be noisy. A harder, a harder cord that's not as soft as something else really just makes a lot of sort of rattly noise as that cord sort of strikes the inside of the bar through the hole. So I think that's really the most part. The trick is finding a durable, soft cord, and so I don't know that it has a huge impact on resonance. Obviously, if it's way too loose, it would, but more just on the actual sound of the bar and how much extraneous sound would actually come from the string as opposed to the bar. Good comment. There's a really great comment here by Becky Kite, and thank you so much, Becky, for leaving a comment. It's been really cool to see that you've come out and sort of joined us, and you bring up some amazing points, and I don't, you are more of an expert on that than I am, and I never claimed to say that I knew everything about resonator design, so I really appreciate your comments, and if you guys want to see that, you can find it on thomasburritt.tumblr.com. So thank you again so much, Rebecca, for coming out and leaving comments for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so it's nice to read comments from you guys. Thank you so much for those. They always mean a lot to me. So a couple of things to close up the show. This is sort of we have a live audience watching the show, and episode 50 is kind of a big deal for me. So we're a milestone, and so we spent some time earlier just kind of looking back, but now we're going to look ahead. So I'm really interested in this Ustream thing. We might do this again if you guys kind of liked where we went with that. There'll be some new stuff on thomasburritt.com as far as free content goes. And there's two other things I want to talk quick before we go. So what do you guys think about maybe having some Percussion Axiom TV shirts or hats or something like that? That's something you guys would be interested in. I just need some help with that. I need someone who maybe is good at that or is good at design. So if that's something that kind of sounds interesting to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. The other thing too is I want to come full circle to where we started with the show, and that's the kind of seeing when we look back at the past 50 episodes, what the show was all about. And to me, it's about a lot of things. It's about interacting. It's about sharing my ideas and getting yours from comments and hearing yours and reacting to those. Interacting daily, not just once a week when I can actually do the show, but interacting via social media. But I think really what the show is about is uniting percussionists, right? Just getting us onto a platform where we can really do some damage, I guess. Make some changes, unite in a way that the technology allows, so that we can actually, you know, make an impact on our art. So that's really kind of, you know, I think that's really what the core of the show is about. You know, I wasn't really sure at first, but, you know, looking back, actually watching episode 1, which is a little scary to see what that was like for me back then. But I think that's really what it's about. So I'm curious if you guys think maybe we need like a closing sign-off line, like "Together we're uniting the percussion world" or something like that, just to kind of focus the show, and so people who are maybe new kind of understand what we're about, or maybe someone that this, you know, isn't able to watch all 50 shows. So that's just an idea I had. It might be an easy way for me to close off a show too, but, you know, something like, you know, something that, like a really short sentence that sort of sums up what the show is all about. And I need your help, because I can't seem to come up with one. I've been thinking about that for a while. So anyway, that's episode 50. And that, by the way, was the question of the episode. Should I have a sign-off line? If so, what is it? Okay, so that's the question of the episode. Love to hear from you guys on that. We got a Ustream audience watching, which is really cool. So I think I'm going to stay and hang out with these guys for a little bit. But that's episode 50. So please leave me comments. The best place for comments is thomasburritt.tumblr.com. Please go there. And guys, after 50 episodes, it's so amazing to see where we are. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me. And we'll see you next time.